Hello, hello, my name is Vasanta and welcome to your Vedic Astrological channel, the best place to find guidance for 2019. So we're going to start off the year in a very intense way, having the conjunction of the two gurus of the zodiac being Venus and Jupiter. They're going to be conjunct in the sign of Scorpio, and this is going to bring about a lot of intensity and also a lot of guidance, so expect a lot of healing in this month. Furthermore, we're going to have the combustion throughout the month of planet Mercury. Mercury is going to be, hammered by Saturn, by planet Ketu, and also in combust with the Sun throughout the month. So expect a month where the analytical ability and communication are going to be down. And also we're going to be having two eclipses. One partial solar eclipse is going to happen on the 5th of January, and then towards the end of the month on the 21st in the sign of Cancer we're going to be having a lunar eclipse. So this is going to bring out a lot of the hidden secrets and emotions that we may have within ourselves. So if you're ready for 2019, which in itself is going to be a very intense year, let me walk you through what's going to be happening throughout this year. So stay tuned, and once again, welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to know more. Hit the subscribe button below, and if you want to know the latest news, I'm going to be posting more often during this year, as YouTube is going to become my main source of communication with all of you guys. So hit the little bell so you can get a notification in your inbox every time I post. So here we go. Thank you for watching. So we are going to start our forecast today by trying to understand the difference between Venus and Jupiter. So as you may know, in Vedic astrology we have two gurus, and the two gurus are going to be Venus on one side and Jupiter on the other. So Jupiter is known as the guru of the Devas, and Venus is known as the guru of the Asuras, so of the demons. So why? Because planet Jupiter is always going to lead us to our higher self. He's always going to lead us to Dharma, to the noble principles, to the higher values, whereas Venus is usually going to be more connected with sensual pleasures in the human plane of existence. Not the Devic plane, but more the human plane. So in this month, they're going to both be conjoined in the sign of Scorpio. So if you may, Scorpio is all about expressing oneself. The water sign has three levels. So in the first level we start with Cancer, which is all about basic emotions such as protection, nurturing, and it all has to do with the realm of kindness. And then it goes and it progresses into a more psychological, a deeper hidden layer of the self, which is the layer of Scorpio precisely. And then finally it evolves all the way to Pisces, which is a realm of innocence and purity, but also a realm of faith and of divinity, really. So it is the progression of the water, and water is the progression of the value of kindness. So during this time where Jupiter has gone into Scorpio, we're going to have Jupiter in Scorpio throughout the year of 2019. What's going to happen? There's a lot of emotional stuff going on. There's a lot of emotional healing going on, and there's a lot of attention on the realm of what remains hidden, in us most of the time. So now when Jupiter and Venus come together in Scorpio, then the passions in our psyche, and everything that we keep inside, usually hidden from others, or that we see that there is no need for it to wear it externally, we have the opportunity during the month of January to accurately express those passions. So expect this month to be a very passionate month, when it comes to indulgence, when it comes to sexuality, when it comes to openness about our psychology and our feelings, and also of our fears, and expect it to be a very, very healing month where a lot of information is going to be coming in towards us. So 2019, the theme of the year essentially is going to be transformation, and the first taste of that transformation is going to be, you know, the knock on the door that Venus and Jupiter are bringing together so that they can help us integrate our passions in a human level and our psychology in a human level with the ideals of the Vedic level, which means, you know, what it is that we know is right, and, you know, what it is that we desire may be on two different roads. So we're trying to make an integration of those two during this month. Then in the second point of attention, we are going to have the eclipses, which of course are points of great care, especially around the time of the 20th. The 20th of January of this year is going to be very intense, 20th to 21st. Why? Because on that day, the exact conjunction of Guru and Shukra, of Venus and planet Jupiter, is going to happen. So it's going to be intense in that sense because our desires are going to be fighting our values, and there has to be a choice made. And also because on between the 20th and the 21st, we're going to have the eclipse, the lunar eclipse, and that happens in Cancer. So again, Cancer is a water sign, it's the basic level of the water sign, so it is the sign that is most vulnerable to emotions, to feelings, you know, to feeling, you know, that we need to be nurtured. And it is a very, very sensitive sign, and it is also very protective of, you know, its property. It is very protective about the young. So the eclipse happens right there. So many, many hidden agendas or fears that the people may have, that you may have in your relationships, you know, the things that have been hidden throughout this time, you know, they're going to come out. And what happens in the lunar eclipse is you usually see results very, very quickly. So it is a month to watch out for desires, you know, and making choices that have to do with our fears or our desires. And instead of choosing on the basis of that, we should try to choose based on our values, and we will feel safe. So furthermore, in the, you know, around the time of the 21st, that eclipse happening in Cancer is also going to affect what's going on with the nodes of the moon, which are Rahu and Ketu, which is the karmic program that is currently running in the world. And that is the program that is taking us to understand the, you know, the polarity between, you know, success and polarity and extreme control, and the polarity of compassion and kindness and understanding our humanity. So this eclipse is going to bring out, you know, these issues. You know, are you too controlling in your relationship? Is everything going on okay between you and your couple and your family? Do you need to be kinder? So the feminine power is going to rise during that time and remind us that it's important in our life to be very sensitive towards the needs of others, and at the same time it is important to make balance between emotion and sensitivity and the structures and the rhythm that life needs. So be very careful with expenditure during this month, because you know, I see that the tendency is going to be, in order to fulfill an emotional need, we might go ahead and overspend in our budget. Then the next thing that I see, and finally, is the warning with Mercury. Mercury throughout the month is going to be very, 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 you know, debilitated. Because to start with, it has a conjunction between Saturn and Mercury in the sign of Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is all about our projects, you know, and the expression of our spirit towards the future. It is, you know, what our ideals and our actions are hankering, you know, to take a direction that is in alignment with our purpose. So Mercury being in Sagittarius means our analytical ability to take choices, you know, in the direction of responsibility. Also Saturn being present in Sagittarius, and it's going to be present there for one more year. It is moving the world towards the next stage in its development, as you know, in purpose-wise. So when Saturn is in Sagittarius, we're taking a look at, what is it that we're doing with our long-term commitment to this planet, with our humanity, with our ecology, with our career, with the way that we impact the world. So Saturn is helping us and reminding us to take notice, yes, of the implication of our actions in the long term, or how it affects humanity at large. So what I see here is the beginning of realization of the technological burst and boost that we're about to experience as humanity. We're going to see it during the presence of Saturn in Sagittarius, that 5G is going to go up, and a lot of things are going to become changed and automated. Also, do remember that the Lord of Sagittarius, being Jupiter, is in Scorpio, so that means tremendous transformation, tremendous change. So Saturn being together with Mercury in the sign of Sagittarius is restrictive towards the analytical ability of Mercury to make good choices. And remember that we do have all the emotional stuff rising up. So it's going to be definitely a month where emotion is going to topple analysis and logic. So you have to be very, very careful, when you make a very important choice during this month, because things may not be clear due to the fact that Mercury is shadowed by Saturn. So the shadow falls on Mercury on the 13th. So around those times, you're going to be feeling like maybe your communications, things that usually don't break down, they break down. You're going to feel like you want to go forward in the way that you are planning some things, and you're going to see some setbacks. And all of this is due to the presence of, the Saturn stopping Mercury from moving as fast as he would like to. Then on the 21st, Mercury is going to be conjuncting planet Ketu. And this means that basically we're going to review, old contracts, things that legally need to be checked. We're going to revise our budget. Economy is going to be very, very important. So we're going to be planning out for, the rest of the year. So around the 21st, and remember, around the 21st also we have the lunar eclipse. And, Mercury is going to be conjunct with Ketu. And then finally, Mercury is going to be conjunct the Sun on the 29th. It's going to be joining the Sun on the 29th, which is when they are, and this happens every month almost, but there's a day or two in the month where Mercury and the Sun become combust. So combustion basically just means that they're very nearby in the degree. Mercury is used to this because he's always nearby the Sun, is the nearest planet to the Sun. So it doesn't really affect him as much as it would affect another planet. But it's also, a day to watch out for. So as a recap of the month, remember to be very careful between your emotions, and remember to be careful with your analysis. Remember that all emotions are going to be heightened, all fears are going to be coming out, but it is necessary to see our fears in order to overcome them. And as well as the fears coming out, what I see is there's a lot of positivity right now in the planet in terms of people that really want to move humanity in a positive direction, of encouragement, of motivation. You're going to have all the tools that you need in order to overcome your obstacles. The proof of that is that you are looking for answers with the people that are out there in YouTube. Just go ahead and make a search in the search bar. If you have a problem like depression, if you're having problems in your personal relationships, if you need coaching, if you need mentoring, simply type it up in YouTube, and YouTube will throw you an answer in a video from somebody that is probably already really good at it. And they are putting themselves out in a YouTube channel and trying to help you. If YouTube is not enough for you, never doubt to go to the help of a live psychologist, or like somebody like me who is an astrologer. Call them and ask them the important questions. Throughout 2018, you have a chance to know yourself, to know your psychological world, to balance your psychological world, and also you're going to have a chance for deep healing in a karmic level. So remember that Scorpio is a sign of psychology, encouragement, endurance, self-reliance, and emotional power. So it is meant to be a transformational year. During this year, you can expect tremendous transformation in your life and in a global scale. We're definitely going to be moving forward as humanity. Now, there may be some dramas that are going to have to naturally bubble up, as it is, traditional when, before cooking you have to clean the pot. That's what my guru always used to tell me. It is true. You cannot cook in a dirty pot. So a lot of what's going on in the healing process of the earth is all these things have to bubble up into consciousnesses. But once that process is done, things should move forward in a beautiful way. So remember that, when a caterpillar is going to become a butterfly, there's a period where, a transformation is going on. So you may feel very inner at some point during the month and also very inner at some point during 2019. But remember that without that transformation, there's no butterfly. So it's a year that heads towards humanity spreading its wings and understanding, what is necessary for the next level. There's a lot of power being given to humanity, but remember this: with great power comes great responsibility. And remember that it's not necessarily about having power. What is worrying about the situation with humanity is, are we really mature enough emotionally? And do we really have a spiritual preparation to wield that power? So do yourself a favor and do humanity a favor. In whatever area of life you need healing, go ahead and use 2018 for that. And in whatever area you need to study and become and learn, go study, become and learn, work on yourself. The more you work on yourself, the better prepared you will be for the challenges of the head, and the better that you will be able to advise or support or even extend a loving hug to those who need you. So remember, when anybody, yourself included, are going through a period of transformation, it is a process. So January is kicking out that process, and it's boosting us with opportunities and with guidance and with the presence of our teachers there, inviting us to learn. And our only duty is to accept, the kind hand of God and the universe, giving us the knowledge that is necessary so that we can overcome our psychological obstacles and our limiting beliefs. So from my side, from Vilnius, Lithuania, I wish you love and light for this year. May you start very blessed, and may you have the courage to face what is ahead. From my side, I want to say Radhe Radhe. May the goddess of love bless your heart. Namaste. And thank you for watching.